Good morning. Welcome to my home and welcome to my heart. Just a sec. So it's winter here. Winter found us. Don't turn off music. Okay. And technology's not finding me today. I had to reboot my computer. Now the Microsoft tells me I have to put in a whole bunch of new stuff and restart the whole thing again. Restarting, it's an interesting concept. Today is Tuesday, and as we unfold, usually as practitioners and as I present online, I usually give one of the 5 healing elements per day. And so today is Tuesday, and it's the second healing element. And we're working with the heart system, and the part of the earth that we're working with is fire. So what does fire do for us? Right now I look out my window and I have some fires burning outside. It's snowed right now. We had some old bales of hay that have foxtail in them. And foxtail is a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. They look wonderful. They look like little paintbrushes blowing in the breeze, but they're absolutely horrible. They're a pernicious weed. And when animals eat them, all of those little brush things in them are seeds, and they have little barbs in them. And those little barbs, I have seen horses with lesions on their gums the size of a dime, full of those barbs. They go into their intestinal systems, and they put holes and ulcers in their intestinal systems. And so those barbs can be horrible. So when we have a foxtail infestation in some of our hay, we usually cut that hay, bale it up, mark it as foxtail, and then eventually in weather conditions like this where we've got snow around and we want to start a grass fire and burn down the whole county, we burn it. So right now I can look outside here and I can see about 8 bales of hay on fire. Fire does a lot of things. It can consume stuff that we don't want. It raises the heat. It transforms things. So that fire that's burning right now, as I look out my window, I can see it burning. It transforms what an energy and an entity that is not productive to me. I mean, I'm sure foxtail's helpful somewhere, but not in my world. It takes something that's not productive to me, it reduces it and makes it into something more wonderful. So that fire is going to burn things down to ash. That ash replenishes the earth and rebuilds the earth. And so all of these systems, as they work together, the wood system, the fire system, the earth, so the earth is now going into the fires, now reducing that hay back to the earth. We'll get water that goes on it and take it back into the earth. There'll be some wind that takes it away and distributes some of the ash. Hopefully all the seeds will be burnt and won't be now. And the reason that you want to burn it and not just throw it in the dump is so that the seeds get actually destroyed. So we interrupt that particular pattern and refill the earth and replenish the earth at the same time. So how does that relate to us in our Qigong practice? As we understand the cycles of life and the cycles of what happens, we can tap into them even more. One of the things that it helps us to understand is when we have a certain cycle going on, like right now we're in the yin cycle of the world because we're in the fall here in the northern hemisphere. We're in the fall and the winter, and things are starting to cover up and regenerate and rejuvenate for the spring. So as we understand that, do we try and work against that system to do something that is more summer and more yang? No, we go with the seasons and we take that rest. We take that enjoyment, we take that peace, we take that rebuilding, we take that snuggled up with our warm hot tea in front of a fire that warms us and heals us and allows us to move through all of these cycles in a manner that we move with the universe and we move with ourselves and we move with our cycles. So perhaps you're in a cycle right now of maybe grieving, or perhaps your body is giving you some information and has some disease that is giving you some information about what it would like you to do. Would it like you to rest? Would it like you to exercise? Would it like you to fast? Would it like you to eat certain things? I know Halloween just came and went, and it's interesting to note as I've been doing some rotational fasting that my body is becoming more attuned to eating foods that nourish me. And when I ate some of the crappy Halloween chocolate, my body just said, ouch, don't do that. And so it just brought me into an awareness of what serves me the very best. So as we think, I'm just going to kick off my bedroom slippers here. Again, it's cold, and so usually I work in bare feet, but we're in a cold cycle right now, and it's the first cold of the year, so it feels really, really cold. And so I'm now in sock feet. So as we think about these things, and as we think about the cycle and fire, and that connects to our heart system. And the color of that is, take a guess, the reds. Yes, as I look out here, I can see red and orange bursting from these hay bales. These are great big round bales, so they'll burn for probably the next 24 hours. And we have some wind right now too, so that'll keep that fire moving and keep it consuming. So all of the things that happen in the world, though they might feel intense and feel difficult to bear with, there's usually a process that's happening, and this is a refinement. The fire is refining. So the expanding and the heart, or the body system that we're dealing with is our heart and our circulation. And as we think about our heart and what it feels like, and the expanding emotion here is joy, and the contracting emotion is anger. And so as I think about my analogy of burning these hay fields with the foxtail in them, anger really does come up. Because when foxtail grows in my fields, I've got 73 acres and I have about 27 horses here right now. And when my foxtail takes over and I don't have feed for my horses because it's got foxtail in it, or I can't turn horses out on stuff because there's foxtail, I get angry because my horses need to eat. And so, as I sink into that anger and think, okay, so now we're going to start to bounce. There's always a spot when the bouncing just starts to come in because I'm feeling that emotion of anger. I'm feeling that emotion of frustration that this stupid plant grows where I could have real plants that could really nourish. And so that anger comes in. And what does the anger do? Anger is when a boundary has been crossed. We use the anger, when we use the anger appropriately, we can set a new boundary. So I'm setting a new boundary in that I'm gathering up that foxtail and taking care of it so that it can't impact my horses. I'm also looking at an agronomist to see what kinds of things I can plant that will choke out the foxtail. Part of the ground is very saline. So I'm looking at the whole systems. What did the anger do? The anger said, stop the foxtail. But if I'm stuck in the anger and I just go, oh, that stupid foxtail, that stupid foxtail, that stupid foxtail, the rest of my brain doesn't work to see what else I can do to allow something new to grow there, something more nourishing. So as we bounce, now that's just my little analogy today, but the principles can be applied to almost anything we experience. So as we bounce, we're letting go. The bouncing is a letting go process. Feel what your body wants to do while it's bouncing. You might want to swivel and just swing those hands back and forth and let them go. How fast does your bounce want to be? How deep does your bounce want to be? Do you want to really bend your knees and bounce deep? Do you want to be at the higher spot of your bounce? Do you want to do one and then the other? Moving up and down perhaps? Close your eyes and listen to your body. Step into the space of being a child and just really enjoying that bouncing process. We're not bouncing to say, go away, go away, go away. As soon as I did that, just to express it and give that example, my whole body got tight. My chest started to feel sore because I was bouncing hard, because I was bouncing to do something. But we're simply bouncing to release. We're simply bouncing to release whatever is ready to be released. And we're going to allow our hands now to just float up into the air. There's strings on the back of our hands. They float up, and as they float up, it always seems to me that just as my hands pass my shoulders, my body says, slow down the bounce now. And so I do. Chin drops down. Smile comes to my face. And believe me, my mind chews on stuff just as much as anybody else's. And just because I practice Qigong all the time doesn't mean that every moment of my waking and sleeping existence is in total Zen. Not by any stretch of the imagination. But as I bring myself into practice, and even if there's nobody following me each day, I practice for me first. And then allowing our hands to float back down. We're going to bring our bodies into a quiet stillness coming off the exhale. So breathe in. Breathe out like that beautiful bird. Allow the chi to expand your body. Feel it around your whole arms. I always in this space feel this and see in my mind's eye. My whole body's surrounded in white fuzzy light. It's like a fleece. My palms are full. My fingertips are full. My fingertips feel tingly. This is our chi. And our chi is an energy with life force to it, with a full, perfect blueprint and pure intelligence. Feel that chi. Feel it come into the top of your head, down into your whole body, and radiating out into every cell. As we're focusing on the heart system today, think about your circulatory system and that chi going through all the blood. You can say to yourself, all my channels are open, open, open. My body is a crystal. It's clear. I can see every organ working in perfect harmony with the other. All things are functioning in perfect symmetry. All my channels are open, open, open. Bringing our hands into the lower dantian position, the beginning of the universe. Allow the chin to drop down, our smile on our face. And here we call upon our master's energy. And our master, you choose who your master is. You use the vocabulary you wish. I invite you to consider it to be a purified being, one that functions in perfect truth and perfect harmony, brings wisdom and guidance. It could be your own inner knowing as well, that vitality, that light that comes from the unconditional love of the universe. It has specific messages and guidance for you. Here we call upon the energy of our Master with deep gratitude. Dear Master, with deep gratitude for the wisdom and the calming and the balancing that this knowledge brings to me as I practice it, I set the intention for my practice today to feel into joy and let go of any fear or let go of any anger that might be stuck in my body, in my mind, in my spirit. And to experience joy and to share that joy with others. To feel it and to share it. And now we say the password. I am in the universe. My universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together as one. Feel what happens in yourself when you sink into that universe, that emptiness, that space of unconditional love and full possibility. What image do you have? And here in this space where we've entered that emptiness, with our master as our guide, we bring our hands at the lower dantian, and we feel an energy ball in our hands. Perhaps it's about the size of a volleyball. It might be bigger or smaller for you. Feel where your hands naturally want to sit with each other. I don't know if you can hear little squeakings off to the side. We have 2-week-old puppies. And they're happily nursing from their mommy. They have everything they need. And the mommy loves being a mummy. So there's a whole pile of joy in that little corner. Breathing in and feeling this yin and yang ball. We're joining yin and yang here, and in this ball, this energy ball, we bring in with the love of the universe anybody in your circle or yourself even that is out of balance in any way. As we feel each other's chi, and feel each other's imbalances and pain, perhaps their anger, their sadness. And we feel that idea that we would like to help. Here is a place where we can invite them in. This healing ball. In this space, we feel the energy of our heart. Beautiful white, loving red energy. The energy of the fire, the warming, cleansing aspects of fire, the purifying aspects of fire. As we use our heart energy and send those beautiful feelings into this energy ball, into which we've invited, this is a healing ball. We've invited ourselves. We've invited those who we know. Maybe we've invited some animals. Maybe we've invited a computer that's not working well. Everything works on energy. We bring into this ball and invite into this ball and move and join this yin and yang. And this is a healing ball. We send in the beautiful red hot fire light, that cleansing, that loving. Now we move into the movement of breathing of the universe. Hands on either side of this ball now at our lower dantian, allowing the shoulders to drop, elbows to open, knees are comfortably, our feet are comfortably apart. As we breathe in now, feel that chi, that yin and yang energy stretching now. As we breathe in, we're letting our knees bend. Again, all of these movements can be done standing, sitting, or lying down. And if you're lying down, and you can include the hand movements, go for it. Our visualization is very powerful. We can visualize anything that we are talking about and that you see happening. Breathing in through your nose now and out through your nose. And here, as we bring our hands in, we're compressing that chi. And when something is compressed, it actually warms up even hotter. As we breathe in, we're breathing in the feelings of joy. And as we breathe out with the compression of the chi, and we heat things up and allow any extra energy to be burnt off and go away as smoke back into the universe, happily returning to the universe. It came with messages. We received the messages. And now the messenger can return back to the master. As you quietly focus on your breath, focus on breathing in joy. Feel yourself kind of disappear. This is the emptiness. This is where healing takes place. I feel such joy. In this moment, we can feel that joy. Bringing our hands back to the beginning of the universe. You hear that little puppy squeaking? It's gotten outside of where its brothers and sisters are. I'll help it return in a minute. Feel that chi at your lower dantian, spinning faster and faster to the right. Faster and faster and smaller and smaller and smaller. It's condensing into Dan. And Dan is the energy of the chi concentrated. We invite it into our lower dantian, into our navel area, which is a farm. Here in this space, we invite it into our lower dantian, and there it sits and radiates out its beautiful qi, born on our intention now. Whatever your intention is, your qi will act that out now. We're going to rub our hands together and tap our fingers together. And rubbing our hands together, we're going to massage our faces. Say to yourself as you massage your face, I love you. I really love you. We're massaging our ears. Just give a gentle massage on the ears. Our puppy's eyes have opened now. And tapping on our head. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And tapping above the eyes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and under the eyes. And down our whole chest. And under the left armpit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the right armpit. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to interlock our fingers together. We're going to massage our whole organ system. And as we massage it to the right, you're going clockwise on your body as if you're the clock face going out. So we're going 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And as we massage those intestines and those organs, we say thank you to them. I love you. I'm so happy that you helped me. We tap on our sacrum. I'm getting distracted by a distressed puppy. And tap on the outsides of our hips. It's very hard to disconnect from that little noise. And they're just starting to learn to crawl as well. And in the hips. Down to our knees, top of the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the backs of the knees. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the left knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the right knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and up on the toes and drop to the heels. If you're pregnant, don't do the heel drop. You can rise on your toes, or you could sit down and just lift and lower your feet. 8, 9. I'm going to go get a puppy and show you these cute little puppies. Hold on. Hello, little puppy. You lost. Hang on, baby. I'm going to get puppies out. Come here, puppy. I'll rescue it. I'll bring it back in just a second. I'm going to show our friends. Look at this little puppy. And its eyes are just opening up. And I'll show you Maggie. Come here, Maggie. There we go. Here's Maggie. This is her mommy. She's such a good mommy, aren't you, Maggie? Yes, she is. Maggie is a Yorkie Chihuahua cross, and the daddy is a poodle. Little red poodle. Here is Joy. Right here. Full of joy. Beautiful little puppy. Mwah. Namaste. I love you. Enjoy your day. Have it filled with joy.